Croeso pawb to the double discounts PSN sale. This sale is basically for PS Plus members only. The prices are really awful if you don't have a PS Plus account, so if you don't, skip this sale and look at another one. This sale ends on the 3rd of March, so that'll be your last day to pick up these deals. Okay, let's look at the games. Up first we have Ark Survival Evolved Explorers Edition. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for a price of £13.19, which is pretty good. This is an online RPG that includes 3 DLC expansions, Aberration, Extinction and Scorched Earth. In this game you wake up on an island with a weird gem in your arm, and it's up to you to work out what's going on and survive. The island is full of dinosaurs, and the game is full of survival and crafting mechanics. Basically think of it like a more adult Minecraft, with dinosaurs and better graphics. You get to build bases, tame and ride dinosaurs, team up with a load of people online and generally have fun. If you've played games like Rust, you'll know what sort of gameplay you're in for. This game's been around for a while, but this is the first time I've seen it on a decent discount, so if you like the sound of the game, why not take a look at it? Dirt Rally VR Bundle is our next game. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and it's on a 76% discount for a price of £5.99, which is really good. This is a really good rally game, but I've included it mainly because of the VR bundle. With this bundle, the entire game is playable in VR, so if you have a PSVR unit, it's pretty much essential, especially if you like racing games or rally games especially. It even has a cool co-op mode where one of you plays in VR driving the car, and the other player uses another PS4 controller in order to call out the pace notes for your driving course. So it's a pretty fun game for 2 players and it's a bit different. I own this game and I love it. I'm not a massive rally fan, but playing this in VR was just great. I really loved it. I liked the view so much I even drove off a cliff and rolled the car down the hill, which was awesome and scary. So definitely consider this if you have a PSVR unit, but if you don't, then maybe look at some of the newer rally games instead. Grab your caddy for the next game, Everybody's Golf. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and is on a 70% discount for a price of £8.99, which isn't bad. This is a golf game with 4-player local play and 20-player online multiplayer. This game includes a character creator and customizations, plus you can play in single-player matches, missions, tournaments, and mini-game modes as well. I've played a lot of games in this series, and they're great. They're amazing. The characters may not look as realistic as the EA official games, but the golf is no joke. It's challenging and fun. I really like golf games ever since I played the Mario Golf series, and this is definitely the best golfing series on PlayStation. If you've got any interest in golf, I'd check it out, and if not, you might just want to try it because it's an awesome series, and you'll probably have a lot of fun with it. Our next game is Far Cry 5. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and is on a 76% discount for a price of £11.99, which is okay. There's also a bundle on sale that includes this game plus the standalone expansion, but it's a bit pricey in my opinion, so I'd stick with this one if I was going to get one of them. This game is an open world RPG where you have to fight back against the Doomsday Cult who have taken over control of Hope County, Montana, and for added fun it even includes 2-player co-op, which is really cool. This game is from a long-running and popular game series, and you've probably come across it before, and in that case you'll know exactly what you're getting yourself in for. And this isn't the best price I've seen these games at, but this isn't a bad price, especially because there's always tons of content in these games. Take a look at it if you need another open world RPG, but if not, there's plenty more things on sale right now. Our next game is a bit of a maybe, God of War. It was released in 2019, so it was only 2 years old, and it's on a 50% discount for a price of £7.99, which is really good. Now the reason this game is a maybe is because you get it free with the PS Plus collection if you buy a PS5. So if you're planning to get a PS5 anytime soon, don't bother buying it because you'll get it for free anyway. In this game, you journey through a Norse-themed world with your son while fighting fearsome creatures and discovering an emotionally gripping story. This game is one of the best exclusives for PlayStation. It got rave reviews and universal praise, pretty much. If you own a PlayStation and you haven't got this game, it's pretty much essential. But like I said, if you're planning to get a PS5 soon, don't waste your money, you're going to get it for free anyway. But otherwise, check it out. I really like the next game, Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, and is on a 70% discount for a price of £10.49, which is really cheap. This edition includes all 5 DLC expansions: The Treasures of the Past, From the Ashes, The Amorous Adventures of Bold Sir Capon, Band of Bastards, and A Woman's Lot, which is a massive amount of extra content to play. This game is a first-person RPG where you play as the son of a blacksmith who is thrust into a civil war. This game is one of the best first-person RPGs that's come out in a while, and if you love the medieval period, you'll love this game. It includes a really cool skill-based fighting system, and the world is very authentic to the real-life period. Basically, if you've ever wanted to be a knight, you'll absolutely love this game. I picked it up myself and I just can't wait to play it. And maybe you should too. Up next is Need for Speed Ultima Bundle. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and it's on an 86% discount for a price of £11.89, which is really good for 3-4 games. This bundle includes the Need for Speed Deluxe Edition, Rivals Complete Edition, and Payback Deluxe Edition. All 3 games come with all of their DLC, and everything that was ever released for them. The Need for Speed series is a street racing game franchise that was basically inspired by the original Fast and the Furious movie. You get to buy a load of real-world cars and then soup them up and tune them to be better racers. I always liked these games because I found it fun to upgrade the cars and customize them to my liking, and it's probably my favourite driving series because of that. So if you fancy a bit of street racing, or if you're a Need for Speed fan that hasn't played them in a while, there's a lot of content for this price, which makes it well worth a look if you're interested. Our next game is Risk of Rain 2. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, and it's on a 60% discount for a price of £7.99, which is pretty good. This is a roguelike RPG, with a single player mode but also 4-player online co-op. And in the game you basically escape in a chaotic alien planet by fighting your way through hordes of monsters. And the game features more than 110 items to unlock, and then combine together to create different effects, which should make it a lot more fun because roguelikes are basically replayability of the game. So the more features and variety it has, the better. This game has good reviews, and the fact that you can play it online multiplayer, to me it's basically like MMO dungeon crawl in the game, and for anyone that's a fan of roguelikes, that should sound pretty unique and cool to you. But for other people, it's definitely unique, so maybe you should look at it, but it's definitely an acquired taste, I'd say. My star buy is next, the Bioware Bundle. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for a price of £9.99, which is pretty decent. This bundle includes 2 RPGs, Mass Effect Andromeda Deluxe Recruit Edition, and Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition. You get all of the DLC included with both of these games, and especially Dragon Age, which includes 3 full story expansions, and a load of deluxe content as well. There is so much extra content included, it's a bit crazy. Mass Effect Andromeda had pretty poor reviews when it released, because it was released unfinished and it was buggy as hell. But by now they fixed all of those bugs, and it's a playable game, so it's well worth playing at this point, especially at this price. And the Dragon Age series is my favourite RPG series, with Dragon Age Origins especially being my favourite RPG of all time. And I've played and completed Inquisition, and I really enjoyed it, it's really good. There's a ton of content in the base game, but with all of the expansions as well, this will keep you busy for a long time. Basically, if you're a fan of RPGs and you haven't played these, this is an essential buy for you. And if you haven't played an RPG before, then you should pick this bundle up because it's a sci-fi game and a fantasy game, and really good ones at that. So you'll have a really good introduction to the genre, and you'll probably thank me later for it. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is our next game. It was released in 2016, so it's 5 years old, and it's on a 60% discount for a price of £7.99, which is pretty decent. This game is remastered in full HD with 60 FPS performance, which is good news for fight fans. This game comes with 8-player online multiplayer, but I'm not sure how active that'll be anymore, and the main game features 3v3 tag battles. This fighting game includes a load of characters from the Capcom and Marvel franchises, and even though it's not the newest, it also is complete. It's not trying to nickel and dime you for extra characters and the like. It comes with all of the characters, all of the content, straight away. And it's got a really good pedigree. This series has been around ever since the arcades were invented. If you're a fan of Marvel or Capcom characters, then you'll really enjoy this game. But if you're just looking for a good fighter, there are others to look at as well. But this is still definitely worth considering. It's a great game at a good price. And the final game I have for you is the XCOM 2 collection. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for a price of £14.99, which is pretty good considering all the DLC that's included. This edition includes the War of the Chosen expansion and 4 DLC packs. This game is a real-time turn-based strategy with 2-player online multiplayer, and in the single player the world has been conquered by aliens, and it's up to you to rebuild the XCOM and start a global resistance to reclaim the world. This is from a legendary franchise, and it's the second in a rebooted franchise. Both of these games have got great reviews, and they deserve it because they're really good games. The gameplay is really fun and addictive, and the permadeath for characters just makes you more invested in the fight in general. All in all, it's a solid turn-based strategy from a legendary turn-based strategy series. If you never played the rebooted franchise, or this game in particular, then why not consider picking it up because it's a great deal. And if you've never played a turn-based strategy before, then at this price I'd say maybe look for a cheaper one to try out in the future. And that's all the games I have for you for the double discounts PSN sale. What did you think of the games I picked? Did I pick good ones? Did I pick bad ones? Did I miss some games that should have been included? What do you think of my style buy? Was it the best game? Or was it something else I should have picked instead? Throw all your complaints down in the comments and we'll argue about it later. So I hope you guys found some games that you're interested in, but more importantly I hope you guys saved a lot of money. I'll see you guys in the next sale. Hoil Vour.